Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to make another hero statue. This time, it's going to be Batman. Let's get started. So to make Batman, all you're going to need is black wool, both greys, white wool, yellow, and sandstone, and you are pretty much good to go. He doesn't use that many colours. Dark character. He doesn't take up any more room than a standard skin statue, so once you've figured out where you want to make him, I'm going to make him right here because it doesn't really matter. You're going to want to start off with this sequence of colours in a row on the floor. 1 dark grey, 2 black, 2 dark grey, 2 black, and then 1 dark grey, and that is the foundation of which Rome/Batman will be built. So once you have that, what you want to do is, on the 2 middle blocks here, you want to use the black, and you just want to do 2 on top, but then you want to do that 2 more times, so you're kind of making a rectangle there with the black, just like that. Then, whilst I'm in this early stage, you won't always be able to keep up, or you might not always be able to keep up with my building, so in the event that you can't, I won't always remember to tell you to pause it, but I will usually zoom out and show you what I've done. So if at any point you need to pause, don't whine that the video is too fast, use your own initiative and you might have to pause every so often. Anyway, so we're at this point here, then on the greys on the end, you want to go 2 up with the black. I'll do this symmetrically. You want to go 2 up with the black, making that sort of shape, and then I can't really describe what I'm doing here except from like, you just want to do this. Oops. So, you want to do that, make that sort of shape there, and then what you can do is you can fill all of that in with grey, and you can turn it into a giant rectangle by filling all of that in with grey and make it up to the top of the black, just like I've done there, and that's most of his boots done there as well. So now what you want to do is, on top of the black that you have now for the next row, you want to place dark grey, just like that, and on the ends you want to do light grey, and in between the dark grey there in the middle you just want to do black, and that makes up our next row there. Now what you want to do is, you want to place dark grey on top of the black and also the light grey on either end, and then you can just do light grey all in between like that. Now what you can do is, on top of the 2 single light grey, you can place dark grey, and they're supposed to be his knees and they're the makeup of his boots, and then you can fill the rest of the row in with light grey, and that is how complicated his legs get. But now, after you've got this, pause if necessary, you can do 2 full lines of light grey. So, oops, this being the first and that being the second right there. Then, what you can do for the next row is place 2 black in the middle of the middle of the row, and then just do light grey wool for the rest of it. And that's part of like the underwear that he wears on the outside of his costume. Now for the next row, place light grey on either end, just 1, and then next to the light greys coming inwards, black, and in between dark grey, like that. And now what we have here is we have the 12 blocks that make up his legs, so they're his legs in their entirety, and if you're like me, you like to split things up into little sections, so that's that done. Pause that if you have to, make sure you've got it right. Let's move on to the actual torso. So, for the next row here, the whole row needs to be dark grey, just like that. Now, what you want to do is take out the yellow, and the middle 2 blocks lining up with those 2 black there. You just want to do 2 yellow in the middle, and then you want to do that 2 more times like we did similarly at the start of the statue. Now either side of the yellow, you want to do this, you want to do 2 black going up, and you want to do grey on top, and it should be all level with the yellow in the middle. And then what you want to do is, you want to just make everything level with yellow, and that is actually his utility belt right there, with his little, well, whether they're supposed to be yellow or beige pouches, depending on what Batman you're thinking of, that's his utility belt anyway. Pause that if you have to. Now, what you want to do is, on either end of the statue, you want to take out the dark grey, and you want to go up by 3 blocks, just like that. And we might actually box this in a lot, shall we? Yeah, a little bit, right. So what you want to do now is, going from like left to right, we're going to connect the two dark greys together. So you want to start off with two light grey, two black, two light grey, just to connect those together, and then you can fill in those subsequent two rows with light grey. Cool. Now, on top of the dark grey, you just want to place light grey like that, and then you can fill the rest of the row in with black. Now you can fill the two middle blocks of the next row in with light grey like that, and then fill the rest of it in with black. And you might be able to see what we've done there. We've made the bat insignia that's on his chest right there. Now for the next row, it wants to be completely light grey, just like that. Now the four middle blocks want to be light grey for the next row, and then the rest want to be black. And then the next row, which is the last row of the torso, just wants to be entirely black. And you want to have, well, to show you the top part of it on its own there, pause that if you have to, and to show you all of the torso there, pause that if you have to. Nice and simple, not too complicated Batman, although it was kind of hard to strike a balance with this in the arms. You might see in a little bit, but yeah, pause that if you have to. Make sure you've got all that right. Time to move on to the arms. So the arms are actually similar to Wonder Woman's, except in more block colour, and the arms start right where the dark grey meets the edge here, just under the yellow, and you want to do one black going outwards, of course, starting with the right arm as you're looking at it, one dark grey and two black, just like that. Then I like to work outwards to in, so for the next row, and how we're going to be doing most of these rows, you want to do one black, one dark grey, two black. Next row, and I'm going to do this fairly quickly. Next row is three black, one light grey. Next row, two black, two dark grey. You might see a pattern here. Next row, one black, three light grey. Next row, entirely light grey, and I'll just show you the hand there. Pause that if you have to. Next row, one light grey, two dark grey, one light grey. Next row, one dark grey, two light grey, one dark grey. Next row, entirely light grey. Next row, one black, three light grey. Next row, three black, one light grey, and then the next row is entirely black. And there you have it there. It's a similar makeup. It's very similar to Lantern's hand. It's kind of like a combination of Wonder Woman and Lantern's arm there. Pause if you have to. Make sure it's alright. Let's do the other arm. So the other arm starts in the exact same place, of course, where the grey meets the edge of the statue, and you want to start off with one black, one dark grey, two black. Then the next row, outwards coming in, just like on the other side, one black, one dark grey, two black. Next row, three black, one light grey. Next row, two black, two dark grey. I keep saying dark grey, sorry, but it's light grey. You have eyes. Next row, one black, three light grey, and then the next row is entirely light grey. And just in case you need to, although you do have the other arm to check it out, that is what the hand/glove looks like, and you can see that he's got his fist clenched. That's what the two dark grey blocks are. Pause that if you have to. Next row, outwards coming in again, one light grey, two dark grey, one light grey. Next row, one dark grey, two light grey, one dark grey. Next row, entirely light grey. Next row, one black, three light grey. Next row, three black, one light grey, and then the next row, entirely black, which links up with his cloak at the top. But that is his arm in all of its glory, and while it's still light enough, let me show you all of the torso, just like that. So I'm going to give you a full view of it with the UI off after I've slept. Darkness is approaching rapidly, and I am scared of werewolves, so I will be... Alright, I know it's not perfectly light right now, but that is what you should have so far. I think that all blends together nicely, not too much, but also not too little. I'm pretty happy with Batman's costume. With Batman's statue. But I also do like his costume, although I think the yellow is overdoing it. But if you've never made a statue of mine before, you won't know what's coming next. But if you have, it is now time to make it 3D. And how we're going to be doing this is we're going to come to the side of the statue here, the most outer block, and you want to, with the black, come back 3 rows. So 1, 2, 3, and do that on the other side as well. 1, 2, 3. If you don't know why we come back 3 rows, it is because Minecraft skins are typically 4 blocks thick. Now, what we want to do is connect these 2 blacks together on either end. So from left to right, you want to do 2 black, 2 dark grey, and then 2 blacks, similar to how we've got on the front, but it is not going to be the same, trust me. So now we're at this point, what we're going to do now is, similar to how we did on the front, we're going to make the entire back, then we're going to make the sides, then we're going to make the head, then we're going to mire the statue. And there is a chicken in my statue, just as there is a snake in my boot. Leave me alone. Alright, no, we can entrench him. Yeah, he's trapped now. No, he's not. Yes, he is. Let me just... I really do hate the animals in this game. Excuse me whilst I... There we go, he's not going anywhere. Alright, so, let's do this. On top of the dark grey here, what you want to do is, you just want to do the black, and just as you did in the start, you just want to do like 3 layers of 2 black, just like that. Then, what you can do is, you can do dark grey on either side, just 3 up, like that. And then, on the outside, like on the most outer edges, outer blocks, you just want to do, in this pattern going up, 1 dark grey, 1 black, 1 dark grey, and then 1 black. And it should be 1 higher than the middle, and you want to do the same thing on the other side as well. Just like that. Now, next to the little multicoloured pattern that you've just done, you just want to do black of the same height, just going up in a row like that. And there you go. We've just about made his boots. So on top of the 2 blacks in the middle, you just want to do light grey, and then in between that you just want to do dark grey, and that's the entire back of his boots right there. Pause that if you have to. I feel as though I did that slightly fast, but I'm giving you a bit of a long look now. It shouldn't be too hard to do. That's pretty simple colour scheme. Now, what you want to do is 2 entire rows of light grey. So that'll be the first, and then that being the second right there. And then what you want to do is, you want to do 2 black in the middle of the next row, and then another 2 black on top. Just like that. Then, you want to do those 2 rows, you want to fill the rest of them in with light grey, just like that. Now, what you want to do is, for the next row, you just want to place a light grey on either side, just a single one like that, and then fill the rest of it in with black, just like so. And then, what you want to do is, which way around should we do this? Give me a sec, do the entire next row in black, and then, after that, you can do the two next rows in black as well, so, you should have, well, I'll show you. And then it becomes a little different after this. So we're at this point. So you did the 2 middle, 2 in the middle, then you did 1 where it was just 2 light grey, and then you've got 3 solid rows of black. And then this is what you want to do. Place a black on either end of the next row, and then a dark grey on the right next to it, just like that. And then on top of the dark grey, with dark grey, you want to go 7 up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 up, and on the other one as well, like that. And then what you want to do is, you just want to basically fill the rest of the middle back in with black, because Batman has a cloak. So you just want to, if you like me, just box it all in with outlines. Make sure it's on like the same as the front, like it's as high as it is on the front, and then just fill it all in with black, just like that. I had contemplated not putting any dark grey in the cloak, but I think it breaks it up nicely. I did used to have a double strip that went down the middle as well, but it didn't look right. But there you go, that is Batman's back. Very simple to do, very easy. I wasn't going to add the cloaking, but he uses it's not like Superman. What does Superman want a cloak for? He's invincible. Batman actually uses his. It does stuff. I think it's even slash or stab proof. He glides with it anyway. But there you go, that is the entirety of what you want to have of Batman's back currently. And I'm not going to be making the next bit with you, because what you want to do now essentially is copy the arms from the front onto the back. So just to give you an example, figure in the exact same position, you just want to have a bit of a look forward, and exactly what you did on the front of the pixel art not so long ago, you just want to copy onto the back, just as I'm doing now. I'm not looking at any plans or anything like that, I am simply copying what I can see in front of me, and I urge you to do the same, otherwise you're going to have a very weird looking Batman. I've just about done it now already. But I'm going to skip out whilst I do the other arm, and I will be back very shortly. Alright, that didn't take very long at all. I probably didn't even need to cut that out. I did go slightly wrong on the left arm. I wasn't really paying attention because I was trying to talk, and I was also adjusting my plans. But there you go, that's what you want to have. They should look exactly the same that they do on the front. You don't need my guidance for that. And that is the whole back. There you go. Right, now time to move on to the sides. So, sides are also very simple. So you should already have the first row sorted here. Now what you want to do is, on top of this, it doesn't matter which side you start from, they're both the same. You just want to do 4 layers of black. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you want to do 1 layer of dark grey, and then the rest for the leg can be light grey. This I might have just went pretty quick there, but it shouldn't matter too much because of, well, look, that's pretty simple. Now for the arm, the underpart of the hand wants to be black, obviously. So just fill that bottom row, and remember to do the bottom of it as well. So the bottom of the hand's filled in, and that gives us a little platform to work on. And then what you want to do is you want to do, I think it's 4 rows of black. So 1, 2, 3. 4, and then what you want to do is 3 layers of light grey, followed by 1 layer of dark, followed by 3 layers of black, which takes us right the way up to the top, just like that. And then what you want to do is you want to fill in at least 3 rows of you want to fill in 3 rows of the shoulder, so like 1, 2, 3 there, up to the side of the torso, so that the shoulder isn't exposed when you put the head on. And now you want to pretty much do exactly what you did on the other side. And whilst I'm going to direct you through this, you could just as easily, if you managed to do that side, copy it onto this, just like you should have done with the arms. So you want to do 4 layers of black, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4. And then you want to do 1 layer of dark grey. Then you want to do the rest in light grey. Then, for the hands, you want to do the first layer wants to be black, remembering to do the underpart of the hands. And then you want to do 4 layers of black, so 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then you want to do 3 layers of light grey, 1, 2, 3. 1 layer of black, and then 3 layers of black. Sorry, 1 layer of dark grey, and then 3 layers of black. I'm mixing up my colours left, right, and centre today, I apologise. But that's what you want to have, and then you want to fill in at least 3 rows of black on top of the shoulder, so 1 and 2, just like that. And you've got the side done there. And I will give you a bit of a round view right after I come back, because I need to go sleepy sleeps. Alright, so let me just give you the once around the what we have here, and then we can put the head on. That'll be extremely easy. Still the holes in the ground. I wonder if the chicken's still in there. Doesn't appear to be. But yeah, that's Batman so far. Once the front's done, it's pretty much all done. Everything's either pretty similar to the front or just cloak for the back, and the sides aren't really too difficult as well. Very logical, very. I mean, you usually just follow the colours around for the side, like you have a look at what the side colours are and then just do the same in the middle. That's how that usually goes. But yeah, there that is. Now it's time to put the head on very easy as well. Well, you'll see what I mean anyway. Right, I just had to get the picture up there. So what you want to do is, on top of the 8 original blocks, on top of these, you want to stack 8 black on top of the torso, not expanding onto the arm, so only the original 8. And then you want to bring it 1 row towards you with the black. And then the next row, which is the working row, for this next row you just want to put 1 black on the end, like that, on each end, and then do sandstone in the middle, just like that. And that's going to be the working row, that's going to be the actual face going up. Now, what you can do is, on top of the single blacks on each end, you can go up by 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And on top of the right one as well, straight up to 7. There you go. Now now we have we're only working with 6 blocks instead of 8 now, which automatically makes it easier. So for the next row, you just want to do an entire row of 6 with the sandstone, and then what you want to do is, for the next row, you want to do 2 sandstone in the middle, and then the rest wants to be black on either side, like that. Then the entire next row is just black. Then for the next row you want to do 2 black in the middle, and then white to fill in the row. And then all you need to do is 2 full rows of black. Very easy. And just like Hal Jordan, Green Lantern. I always say Hal Jordan because there's plenty of Green Lanterns. Like it's not just him. But yeah, I didn't do a mouth. It didn't really fit in there. Again, Batman doesn't smile either. So there you have it, and that's the front of the face. Pause that if you have to, make sure you've got it right. Extremely simple. Now, time to make it 3D, and as you may guess, the head's really easy. It is pretty much just black. There's no gaps in the armour, he's not got any ear holes or anything, it's all just black. So what you're doing now is just essentially a black square. So you want to come to the back here, and you want to extend the head all the way to the back, and then once it's right there, where I am, you want to add 2 more rows coming towards you, so that being the second there, because Minecraft heads, for whatever reason, overhang to either side, that side and that side. And now, what you want to do is, you want to add 6 rows on top of the back here, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And on the other side as well. I like to turn these into giant cubes. I like to kind of like do an outline. So you've done the 6 on either side and you've connected them together. I'm just going to connect it to the front. And I know you might think it'd be 7. Connect that there. I know you might think it'd be 7, but I included like the ears. I say the ears, like the bat ears on top of the helmet, the pointy bits on the helmet. I included that in the actual A, whereas I don't always do that. Sometimes I count as a bit of an accessory and just add like an extra block onto the head, but in this case the ears count as part of the head. But there you go. That's the cube outline for Batman. So I'm just going to fill all of these faces in with black, and this will take a little bit. So I'm just going to cut out here whilst I fill all of these. Right, and there we go, that's the whole head filled in there, nothing too special about it. Like I said, it's pretty much just the face, and then it is just the whole black back of the head. If you really wanted to as well, you could just add like an extra row of I keep calling them ears, but the pointy bits on the helmet right there. Just add an extra row if you like, but not really necessary. And this is all of it. So I'm just going to give you a bit of a spin around. That's the whole front. I'm pretty happy with how this one turns out. It's not overcrowded. Like I think the lantern one, the front of it is slightly overcrowded. It feels. I don't know. It doesn't piece together perfectly, but I think Batman does. I feel the same kind of way with Wonder Woman as well. I think they're the 2 favourite ones that I've done. Wonder Woman and Batman. I changed my mind. I did originally say Lantern, but I'm not too happy with how the back turned out with that one. But That is Batman in all of his glory. Let me get a front view. And there you have it. Thanks for watching, I hope this was somewhat useful, and see ya. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, maybe you should check out some of my other stuff. I've made plenty of pixel art, YouTubers, houses, tomahawks, tanks, the list goes on. And if you're interested in becoming a YouTube partner, hit up the link in the description.